Hello, everyone, and welcome to That's a Red Flag, a show that exposes everyone. Are you tired of the modern dating where you're asked, what's your zodiac sign? What's your favorite colors? And all that trivial bullshit? Well, you're in the right place because we're gonna skip all that part and get back to the business. My name's Nabila, and I'm going to be your host for today. So sit back and enjoy the show. So without beating around the bush any longer, let's meet our daties for tonight. Hello guys, can't wait to hear all of your red flags. Before we get into it, would you mind introduce yourself and telling us what your online dating profile would say?
Well, hello, my name is Lei. I'm 20 years old, I'm from Spain, and I think my dating profile bio would say something like, I'm Spanish, I love avocados, and I wear way too many rings.
My name is Chandler, I'm 18 years old, I'm from the Netherlands, and I think my dating profile would say something along the lines of, quoting from random movies out of context is my passion.
Okay, hi, my name is Raf, I'm 19, I'm from Peru, and I think my dating profile would probably say, I don't know what I'm doing here, but I'm just, yeah.
Let's give a warm welcome to Lisa to That's a Red Flag. Lisa,
Thank you.
can you tell us a little about yourself and what would be your deal breaker in a relationship?
I'm Lisa, I'm 24 years old, and my deal breaker is gonna be people who are just genuinely rude to service stuff in restaurants or cleaning stuff.
Okay, everyone, let's get this going. First round, raise your red flags. So, date one, can you tell us about your red flag?
I'd say my red flag is that I justify everything I don't like about people, including myself, on astrology and zodiac signs.
Ooh, that's a way to start this show. Dater, what do you think about that?
I stopped doing that myself, but I was pretty much like this in the past. And the thing is, I still have all the knowledge, so I kind of get where people have that from. So what's your sign?
I'm a Taurus.
Okay.
Dater 2, would you mind sharing your red flag with us?
Sure. I guess one of my red flags would definitely be that I can be a bit judgy about people's opinions on media. This is definitely more targeted towards movies or TV shows for sure. It's not personal. That's all I have to say. It's definitely not personal.
Lisa, do you have any comments on that?
So when you said judgy at first, I was like, okay, that's not cool. But when you said movies, everyone has their own opinion. Everyone's kind of entitled to it. We have to have a conversation about movies to find out more, if that's really a red flag.
Sounds good.
Dater 3, can you keep up with your red flag? Please tell us about it.
My first red flag is that I am often late to a lot of things. I mean, I know it's not really a problem for everyone, but it can be like frustrating to some people because it's not because like I don't care about what's going on, it's that I have very poor time management skills.
What do you think about that?
Okay, it can get really annoying sometimes, but I'm also German, so I'm also always mostly on time. But of course, everyone can be late sometimes. But yeah, if there's an appointment and I have to wait really long for someone, it can get really annoying for sure.
Okay, that was quite the first round already. But don't worry, datees. In this round, you'll get to give one green flag, and this is the only chance to redeem yourself. So choose very wisely because after this, we will have an elimination. Datee 1, will you please share your green flag with us?
I'd say I'm a great listener, really cheerful person, and I have the cutest cow pictures that exist.
I love a good listener. I hate when people interrupt me. So that's very nice, and I love all animals. So yeah, I would love to see them.
What's your favorite animal?
Ducks.
Ducks?
Yeah.
That's really nice.
Okay, Deity 2. Now is your chance to redeem yourself.
I think my open-mindedness in terms of discussing things that you are passionate about. I really like hearing about whatever interest you have, and usually I think I can translate this into a deeper conversation about that topic and just bounce back. I just love having a good discussion.
I mean, even being judgmental about people's opinions on things, that can also pave a good way to have a deep conversation. So,
It's true.
yeah.
Okay, that's nice to hear. Now the last one, Deity number 3.
Okay, so for me, I consider myself pretty good at communication. It's something I value very much. So whenever there's like, efforts of, showing love or showing affection, I really make you sort of notice that I received it well. One of my love languages is words of affirmation. So I guess, reassurance that, of my, I guess, appreciation or like love for the things that you do.
What do you think on that green flag?
That because for me, I think the being late was like the biggest red flag out of the 3, but it definitely did overshadow it. So it's only gonna make it harder for me because now I have to change my mind.
Okay. Lisa, please let us know if you have any other questions that you would like to know about our datees.
Okay, I'm having a really hard time deciding, so I would like to ask the same question to each 3 of once. Just why do you think that your red flag is a red flag?
Datee number 1.
I think it's a red flag because you cannot justify everything on the universe. At some point, I should start accepting that people have responsibilities, and I do too.
Okay. Datee number 2.
I think it's mostly something I picked up really recently because growing up here, especially, you don't really communicate with a lot of other Dutch people about the same interests and hobbies. So when now you talk about movies and stuff, like I just like go really into it, and they respond pretty negatively usually about that. They're like, "Oh, that's mean." I don't mean it personally, but I can see why it is a problem.
Okay, and finally for Datee number 3.
I mean, I just think it's sort of annoying, for some people. Just, I guess, it's not really the case for me, but for a lot of people, it really shows like commitment, and I can understand, why some people that would be sort of a problem.
Okay,
But,
and
yeah.
for you specifically, what makes you late most of the time?
I just say really unfortunate circumstances. I have this personal term that's something that happens to me a lot. When you're biking and you have to go somewhere and then the bridge opens up, that to me, I call that getting bridged,
Ah,
right?
Okay.
And so that always happens to me when I'm late for like meetings or for like class and everything. I always get bridged in that moment. Sometimes I just, think I have more time than I do.
So, Lisa, please let us know who would you like to eliminate based on the red flag and the green flags.
That didn't make it any less hard, by the way. I think I'm just now gonna go with my gut feeling, because I do think that all of those red flags that you named are definitely things you can work around in general. So, I think I changed my mind and I'm gonna eliminate number 2. I'm so sorry.
Okay, it is what it is. It is what it is. You can go and meet the dater.
Okay.
Oh
my
I know
God!
you.
I have no idea where you are. Hey.
I'm so
Well,
sorry.
it's no problem. No problem. No problem. I don't take it personally.
But we can still talk about movies.
True.
Now we have this elimination out of the way. Lisa, are you ready to make your final decision and meet the potential love of your life?
Yeah, I think so. I hope so.
Okay, so now this is the final round. Everybody, this round will reveal the worst red flag of our contestants. Dating number 1. Why don't you start?
Okay, so I'm really empathetic to the point that sometimes I tend to think I understand people's feelings so well that I try to advise them from a not so outsider perspective and kind of turn out to be a bit judgy. But it's not my intention, but sometimes I do that, I'd say.
Dater, what do you think? Could you lead with that?
I mean, yeah, I think judgment in general for me is just a really, really hard topic because I just don't like judgmental people. But knowing about it, of course, that's always gives room to,
Yeah, I
work
also
around it basically.
don't like judgmental people, and I don't want to be judgmental. It's not my intention, but
Yeah.
yeah.
It happens. Moving on to date number 2. And this will be the very last red flag of tonight. What is your worst red flag?
Okay, so for me, I think it's that oftentimes I will put people's emotions over mine. It's sort of something that I'm working on now, but like I feel that I don't know, sometimes I take too much shit from other people, and sometimes it takes me a while to realize that. And I guess sort of once I do, I sort of like to talk about it, and then people might feel bad that, you know, they were sort of doing things that were really not good for me, and they didn't realize, I guess. So, but I'm working on it, so let's hope that it's part of my character development.
Dater, what do you think about that?
Yeah, I think it might be a struggle because I had a previous relationship that was kind of like that, and yeah, my ex-partner was. I don't think he really ever looked at his own emotions, and he was like getting kind of emotionally dependent on me, and that's just something that scares me away because I cannot be responsible for anyone else's happiness.
Okay, everyone, we have arrived at the final decision for tonight. The final elimination. Lisa, the time has come. You are going to have to make a decision. Who of these lovely people would you rather date based on their red flags? Let us know your thoughts.
Okay, so it's really hard, and before I make a decision, I want to say that I think that being aware of our red flags is one of the biggest green flags you can have, and I think both of you also said that you are like willing to work on it, and yeah, I think that's a really good thing. But yeah, based on my past experiences, I do think that I want to eliminate contestant number 3, dating number 3, just because I've been through that before, and yeah, I kind of also want to learn not to redo my own mistakes. So yeah.
So the elimination is dating number 3. Can you walk out and shake hands with the dater?
Of course.
Yes.
Hi.
I'm
Nice
so
to meet
sorry,
you.
Nice to meet you.
Okay, guys, look at this. They look so cute together. Are you ready for the reveal? Let's go.
Hi!
How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you doing?
I'm doing fine.
You had a tough job.
Yeah, it was really hard, but it was a lot of fun, and I think I made the right decision.
Yeah. I hope